what do you say to friends or family members? We're not talking from a business point of view, but some you care about. What do you say to them about the importance of estate planning versus letting the state decide what to do with your assets and your life?
Yeah, I mean, when you ask that question, I tell everybody, look, everybody has a will. Everybody. Either you did it yourself and you hopefully went to an attorney or somebody who knows what they're doing and help you with your estate plan, or the state of California has the will for you. And in the probate code, it says, these are the people, as you mentioned earlier, these are the people that have, who are the heirs. And so why would anybody leave that up to the government to decide where their property is going to go? So nobody knowingly is going to do that, but that's exactly what people do when they do nothing. And so, once I sit down with somebody and I'm able to talk to them, and this is why I don't charge for consultations. I sit down because I think knowledge is important, education is important, but once people get that and they see the importance of it and what their family will go through if they don't do this, it's a no-brainer. They're going to do it. And so it's really just a matter of getting the word out and educating people. So that's why I think what you do is amazing. I think it's important. People should know. It's really just a lack of knowledge that accounts for so many people that fail to plan. Certainly, people who procrastinate as well. But once you know that this is what can happen to your family and this is what your family is going to have to go through, if you don't do the planning correctly, then, it motivates people to get it done.
I think if everybody went to probate court just one day and saw, it was a little different pre-COVID when it was more crowded, but you see families hiring attorneys, like it's kind of like a cockfight. I think about in the movies, you have these two roosters fighting each other. It's almost like the attorneys kind of getting the customers to hate each other, and they're spending money, and it drags on for, in some cases, years. I deal with real estate probate cases where the case number is 17 STPB, 16 STP. They've been at this for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. They've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on legal fees, all because they didn't plan ahead of time properly. It's heartbreaking in some cases.
It is. It's sad to see, but it's commonplace, right? It's what we deal with every day. But yeah. So it's so important for people to, if they're going to do something, it's like anything else in life. If you're going to do it, if you're going to take a stab at it, then just do it correctly. Go to an expert, go to somebody that knows what you're doing, because there's a lot of the documents that people create for themselves, whether they go to, paralegal, they do it online. These are just boilerplate documents that you can put anybody's name in there. And that's not estate plan, right? For everybody who wants to do this correctly, we tailor these documents to our families, personal circumstances and their needs. So each document is different. And so, obviously all trusts have boilerplate provisions for trustee powers and things like that. But the whole thing where it's distribution to your family should not be boilerplate. That should be based on your family and financial circumstances. So it's just important to, if you're going to do it, just do it right. Spend a few more bucks to get it right in the first place. Spending, $3,500 to do an estate plan for your family is nothing compared to what they will spend if you don't do it right. You don't do it at all.
I just want to put an exclamation point on that, because I've seen over and over again, just going to court to sell the property is going to cost you $5,000, $10,000. I had a client where they had several small lots worth about $15,000 each, and each one cost about $5,000 in attorney's fees, filing fees, court fees, advertising. Publication is like $300-400 for each property. The whole thing was just crazy because they didn't put it in a trust, and it would have been simple. And I tell people, even a bad trust is better than no trust. And I don't mean to put down your work at all, but I see the process people go through in probate court when there's nothing. And it's just like going to the DMV to design your life. It's just hard to imagine.